All right, welcome to part 2 of all the stuff you didn't get to see in part 1.
These are cool. Get these.
Driving along the lake on M26.
Right, second pass through Copper Harbor. I think the winter population is probably 20. I don't know.
A handful.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people up here, but I will say another thing about up here. Some of the best mountain biking in the country is up here. They have some trails that are just amazing, like world class. Now we're gonna take this beautiful road M26 back along the coast, and we are also gonna go up Brockway Mountain right up here. And there are now some more private campgrounds up here. If you go straight, I think we'll come out past it. Oh,
I don't think we better do that, Dan.
Brockway Mountain is not open in the winter.
Nope.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Beautiful views. If you're up here when it's open, do that.
Or if you have a snowmobile.
Yeah. It's pretty steep. Might hit a couple pull-offs here just for a brief look. Maybe 1 foot out of the car. There's Trails Ends Campground. That has been expanding the last couple years. I think the first time I came up here it didn't exist, and each year it seems like they add a few more campsites. I don't know if it's 4 seasons or not. That big house right there, my goodness. That better be a hotel, because if that's one family's house, that's just rude.
Very rude. Oh, that looks very cold.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
And as I just said, we can't do Brockway Mountain apparently. Some of these pull-offs I'm talking about are probably not accessible. I think they do an amazing job just to keep the road open, but my goodness, that's pretty. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Huh?
Yeah. Very cool. Stop.
Here?
I don't know. Sure. This road is a lot of fun to drive on.
Oh yeah. And it's in fantastic shape today. Just a lovely drive. And again, you try your best when you're doing a travel video like this with GoPros and all that, but you gotta come see it for yourself.
Look at that.
Like sea ice. You'd think you're in the Bering Sea or something.
Oh.
That roadside park is open.
Yeah, we could have driven down in there.
Do you want me to go in there?
Not that, yes. That's not what I was thinking of. Oh my God, that's cool. Wow. Just for a minute.
Yep, go. This is just stunning alone. I'm gonna be careful right here because it looks like it might be undercutting me where I'm standing. Beautiful.
Oh, guys, she's big. She's big. She's a little angry. Very noisy. Very beautiful.
On your left, Lake Bailey. And in front of you, I think there's going to be some more beautiful Lake Superior. Yeah, that sun is tough. Oh, this is pretty. We're behind schedule. Jeep, go faster.
We keep stopping.
I know. Well, in my little snowshoe side adventure, it took a little longer than it should have. We're trying to decide if we've mistakenly somehow missed the jam pot, which doesn't matter because it's actually closed in the winter. I'm trying not to be that guy, but these people.
There it is.
Yeah.
See?
There's the lighthouse out there. Eagle Harbor.
This is the cutest little village.
It is.
I was just enamored with it.
And if we were to turn right, we'd get to the lighthouse, but we've both already been, and it's 5:15, and we'll be lucky if we make it back in 2 hours, so we're kind of speeding through this a little bit. But Eagle Harbor, if you get the chance, if you've come all the way to Copper, you gotta go back on 26 until it merges back with 41. Can't tell, the sun's in my eyes. Never complain about the sun. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh,
Wow.
that's beautiful.
That is.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Those are big frozen mounds because the lake is right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a beach here.
Look at that beautiful Lake Superior. The sun is kind of blinding.
It is.
This is it. It's right in here somewhere. There it is.
Yep.
There's the jam pot.
Mm-hmm.
If you get here when they're open, you gotta stop. You won't regret it.
That's the jam pot. Franciscan monks make great jam, baked goods, and all kinds of stuff.
There it is.
There's a little waterfall. And if you come up here when they're open, be prepared to be about 20 people deep in line.
Yep.
And I need to come back up here because I've never stopped. I've known it's good, but I've never stopped. And people rave about it.
The Thimbleberry Jam, and now time for a waterfall.
This is a really big waterfall, but it's all frozen up. See some moving through there. Pretty cool, huh? Got my picture taken in front of the snow gauge. It said when we went Mountain Lodge, the guy said, what did he say?
200.
200 inches of snow this winter. So it's a little bit down, but not as far as we thought. He said, like we've known, they just had snow and then melt and snow and melt.
And a rainstorm.
Yeah, so it hasn't piled up like it normally does. So we're gonna keep going. It's 5:40 and we're running behind schedule, and
And we have an hour and a half to get back.
why?
Because that's what it says.
Oh, I thought it was like Wapner was on or something.
30 minutes
to
to walk.
Wapner. Kmart sucks. I guess he was right, because Kmart's out of business.
I guess so.
Look at these sidewalls on the road. Those are high. Those are every bit of 3.5 feet. Higher?
Well, at least, if not 4.
Yeah. How high that is, that's above the damn street sign. Darn street sign. Alright, YouTubers, welcome to Calumet. Oh, look, curling. You want to learn how to... You could be in the Olympics, too. Now, I'm sure there's an art to it. Calumet Coliseum.
Turn left.
Italian Hall, there's a long story about it. If you like having the weekends, the UP is a lot to do with your weekends, because they had some strikes up here, and there was a minor strike,
Turn left.
and somebody went into the Italian Hall, because there was a lot of Italians there that were doing mining, and screamed fire, and quite a bunch of people died. They trampled trying to get out, because if you remember back in those days,
Italian Hall sites. People panicked.
People panicked because fire burned whole towns down back in the day.
Turn left. Turn left.
I think it's right here. Yep, this is it. That archway is it. That's Italian Hall. So, Italian Hall, what did it say? 73 people died?
72 or so.
More than half of them were children.
Under 10.
And they never caught the person that yelled fire. And it was all about, they had a bunch of miners up here, not just Italians, because,
Turn left.
I mean, Italians weren't as famous as other nationalities for coming up here to do mining, but there were a lot of them. That's why Keweenaws are up in the UP, and pasties were brought by the Finns and the Brits. But they, you know, companies like making money, and there was a lot of them that got paid to beat people up, to bust strikes, to bust unions and stuff like that, because, you know, it'd be terrible. That's a famous music hall, the Calumet Theater was on that corner. Look at that beautiful museum that used to be a fireplace, or a firehouse. I just love all these old buildings. Look at this one on the right.
Yeah, the architecture here is pretty unique.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's the, and even now, isn't it? It's a little like artsy here. It's just like a little artsy enclave. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And I think a lot of the stone here is like UP stone.
Yeah.
And if you look at Chicago, a lot of the stone and timber, Chicago was built from the UP after the big fire. Whether or not what's her name's cow kicked over the thing to start the fire.
Yeah, that's.
They say that's
an urban
not,
legend.
Yeah.
That's not real.
But that's after the Chicago fire, the UP, almost all the materials to rebuild Chicago came from up here. The stone and the timber.
Turn right.
So that was a quick, in many ways too quick, little jaunt through Calumet. But it's a beautiful little old town, but like many old towns throughout the country, it's fallen on hard times. You're gonna turn right. And that might be our last little jaunt off the beaten track for a while. Here we go.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Keweenaw Center. If you get to that building right there, which you're not going to get to see right when you get into Calumet, great place to get information on the wonderful things to do up here. There are mines. There's all kinds of old mines that you can take tours of, and like Superior Copper. I mean, the whole Keweenaw is pretty amazing. Watch for that guy like a deer. Okay. be it for a little bit. Maybe till we get to Hancock, we might turn the camera back on. YouTubers, as you can see, it's dark. We got high beams on. Hope you enjoyed. We had a fantastic day. We gotta find in the
Caution, unpaved road.
We found our little place away from place. And we got two animals that are probably going bonkers. So hope you enjoyed. We did. And we'll get this video made eventually.
Got back to the awesome Airbnb to make a fire.
Just started a fire. See if we can get it going without smoking this place up. And I brought my good Boy Scout campfire starters.
Animals were doing fine and Vinny's relaxing. It's been about 7 months and I'm still missing Keek. Have a great and wonderful day.